Now, after the course, let's take a look at the novelties of this 2022 edition. First of all, it's not really a novelty, it's the electronic road book. It's going to spread to most categories, the car class, the SSV class and the trucks. And it will also appear in the bike class for all the elite riders of this edition. And it'll concern everyone in 2023. All the competitors of the Dakar will be equipped. Then we have the airbag. We've carried on working on the safety of bikers. We'll carry on working on the airbags we used last year, thanks to the help of the International Motorcycle Federation, as well as the designers to improve it. And it will, of course, be present on the next Dakar. Now we're going to talk about the technical aspects. In the T1 class appears a new category called T1 Plus. It concerns the vehicles that we knew up to now, the T1 4x4, that will be allowed to be wider, 2 meters 30, to have big dimension tires, 37 inches, and will have access to bigger travel, 350 millimeters. These cars that will have better chassis will see their engine performance slightly diminished so that we can keep a good balance of performance between all cars. Then we have T3. That will change a little, with the possibility to have a gearbox with a wider flange, plus 2 millimeters, and their speed will go from 130 to 140 kilometers an hour. A class that won't evolve that much is the T4, the SSV class, those production vehicles that allow competitors to have an easier access to the Dakar. So you'll notice that we have 3 major classes, the famous T4 SSV production vehicles that are modified, of course, the prototype lightweight T3 vehicles, and of course the T1, which is the Queen category. The T1 CAT also sees the arrival of a new class, the T1E, E for New Energies, electric. We had already presented it during the last Dakar. It's the new strategy of Rally Raid now. Indeed, the FIA has been working with us on these new energies. As soon as 2026, all the competitors of the elite lists in cars and trucks will be concerned and will have to compete in these vehicles. And then it'll concern all the competitors in 2030. But as soon as now we've set up the category, we'll welcome all the competitors with new projects. And of course, the first one is Audi, that will be with us for the start of the next Dakar. The trucks as well will have their proper new energy class, and there are already a lot of projects. The regulations for trucks evolves as well and was done with the FIA and will be applied as soon as the Dakar 2022. Now we're going to talk about the important dates to come between today and the start of the Dakar. First date is May the 17th. With the opening of registrations that ends at the end of October. At the end of November, there'll be a conference to present all the course stage by stage with the details and kilometers. Second week of December, a first rendezvous at the Marseille harbour to go on board. We'll then meet on December the 26th, 27th and 28th at the Jeddah harbour to collect the vehicles and head to Hale. Then on December the 31st and January the 1st, we'll have all scrutineering. January the 1st on the afternoon, the prologue, and on the 2nd in the morning, the start of stage 1. And now to finish, I'd like to talk about the road to Dakar. The idea is to help and accompany the competitors who have never done off-road rallies towards the Dakar. For that, you have to go step by step. The Andalusia rally is a first step. We'll have over 40 competitors who come to discover the rally to later do the Dakar. It can then be at the Morocco rally for those who struggled to carry on learning and gain experience, to then one day come on the Dakar. The road to Dakar is also a possibility to win your registration for the Dakar thanks to performances on several events. Andalusia, of course, in a few days. Also, the Sonora Rally in Mexico, and we have 2 events in South Africa, one for the bikers and one for the SSVs. And finally, the Morocco Rally, where you can get your last ticket to participate in the Dakar. So there's the will from the teams at ASO to be with the competitors, to train them and explain all that needs to be known about rally raids so that these competitors can come in the best conditions on the Dakar. So you now know more about this edition of the 2022 Dakar. All our teams are happy to help you out in the preparation of your project, and now it's all up to you.
And a French mountain climber after discovering a box full of precious gems off the country's Mont Blanc. And those are your world news headlines here on France 24 with me, Claire Resch. Thanks for tuning in. Our top story at this hour, Myanmar's deposed civilian leader Aung San Suu Kyi has been sentenced to 4 years in prison on charges of inciting unrest and breaching coronavirus protocol. A series of possible sentences, Suu Kyi faces a total of 11 charges that could see her jailed for decades. The 76-year-old has been detained since February when a military coup ousted her government. Sherwell in Bangkok.
This is completely inevitable. The military junta have brought this whole raft of charges against her that you've mentioned, and they are intending to sort of prosecute and push them to the full. Now, today's charges, not the most serious she's going to be facing. She was charged with breaking public health rules by campaigning during last year's elections in public. That carried a potential 3-year sentence. She was sentenced to 2 years. Remember, those were the elections that her National League for Democracy won overwhelmingly, crushing the military proxy parties, which then claimed electoral fraud, which is their excuse for the coup in February. The second charge concerned inciting public unrest. She's got 2-year sentence for that. They'll run consecutively. That's 4 years. But you know, she's not been seen since the February coup, and she's been held incommunicado. And it's been very clear that the military's intent she won't be seen again any time soon, or possibly any time at all.
Is meeting this Monday to discuss what new measures they may introduce in order to spread.
Harlem River, talk to me. Tell me what you think about Harlem River. I'm in love, 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 love. Harlem River, talk to me. Where we headed now? Harlem River, I'm in love, 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 love. All because of you. In my pearl and my diamond shoes, I've climbed a cloud, now I've stole the moon. Harlem River, all because of you. Harlem River, swallow me. Put your hands around my neck. In Harlem River, I can't breathe. They've got the lights down now. In Harlem River, give me wings. Put my head up in the clouds. In Harlem River, all because oh, I'm nowhere now. Harlem River, tell me, is it true? in my pearl and my diamond shoes. I've climbed a cloud, now I've stole the moon, Harlem River, all because of you.
Welcome to the Sunshine Island of Mallorca. It is November and we're here for the finale of the 52 Super Series 2021 and also the Rolex TP52 World Championship. We have 10 boats racing this week and pretty much any one of them could hope to win the world title, but the defending champions are Platoon.
I would say better don't be excited, take it like a normal racing day. That would be the key, I would say.
Well, race one is very light on the start line. The breeze is only about 6 knots, but a good start from Phoenix. Quite punchy off the line. Allegri and Gladiator also good in the start line. The top mark is Phoenix leading from Gladiator, Allegri and Brunch. Brunch jibe early down the first run, go out to the left. They get up to second at the bottom mark. Then at the top mark, Brunch are leading at the windward mark second time up at the finish. So it's Phoenix with Brunch second, very, very close, and then Platoon get through for third.
Pretty crazy conditions out there, big shifts and a bit of luck for sure. Sometimes we're in the middle of a few boats and we just got this dream little lane of pressure and sort of punched away from everyone. The guys were sailing really well, we were fast upwind and yeah. First day out of 5, so we've got a long way to go.
Second race, well, more breeze this time, 8 or 9 knots. Once again, a good start by Phoenix is notable. Platoon pretty solid up the first leg. At the top mark is Phoenix. Platoon second, Sled third. That's the order all the way around the race until we get down to the final run. Phoenix move clear. Platoon have got a little bit of a dilemma. They have to try and cover Interlodge on one side, Sled on the other, and they lose Sled, who get second. And Platoon just get third. It's extremely close on the finish line with a photo finish with Interlodge.
Very shifty day, everything could happen. If it was 2 third places, could be very happy. We are still in the hunt, so it's a long week.
So the standings after 2 races, Phoenix on 2 points, Platoon on 6 points, Sled on 9 and Quantum Racing also on 9.
Yeah, we're leading, but as I said, day 1 of 5, I'm not going to count my chickens yet. We've got breezier conditions coming.
And the circuit standings after 2 races on day 1, Phoenix now leading on 50 points, Platoon are second on 52, then Sled and Quantum Racing on 53 points each. Well, that's it, a long day in the water, but well worth it. 2 decent races, 2 wins for Phoenix, who are now top of the table for the circuit standings as well. But as Tom Slingsby said, it's only day 1 of 5, a long way to go. Well, a little bit of rain here in Mallorca this morning, a couple of fronts going through, so we are postponed ashore. We should get a couple of good races in the afternoon, 12 to 15 knots, great conditions. Well, the start of race 3, we're looking at Brunch up at the committee boat end of the line. Nice start from Code Zero at the pin end of the line. Good timing, but up the first beat, that good start from Brunch gives them the early lead, jumping out in the middle of the course. Good speed, we have 12 or 13 knots of breeze, and at the first offset mark, it's Brunch leading from Alegre. Looking good for Brunch at this stage with a big lead over Alegre. Provezza in 4th. Through the leeward gate, then it's round the left-hand mark looking upwind. We're seeing Brunch, Provezza, Alegre, and then up the second beat. Still Brunch going quite nicely, but then round the top mark, Alegre, Provezza, Brunch have lost out just a little bit, and it's incredibly close coming down the final run between Brunch and Provezza, but big win for Alegre, getting through and clear. Quantum Racing coming back, Provezza getting second. Quantum Racing coming back for third, but it's incredibly close with Brunch coming in at the very last second with speed, impeding Platoon, and although they come through the line in 4th, actually they get a penalty, and Brunch have to recross and lose 5 places for that finish. Race 4 get away with a nice start from Brunch on the pin once again. Better start this time from Phoenix, but still not quite as punchy as yesterday. Early lead with Brunch on this left side. Out in the right, Platoon and Alegre looking quite good early on. And at the top mark, actually, it's Quantum Racing which leads with a good lead over Platoon. Penalty for Provezza at the top mark, impeding, I think it was Phoenix, but a real mix-up at that top mark first time up. Quantum Racing leading with Platoon through the leeward gate. Phoenix recovering with a great run, get themselves up to 3rd place. Incredibly shifty on the second beat. That's the shape of things to come, really. On board briefly with Platoon. Platoon look to be in reasonable shape coming up this second beat, but this is really where it starts to go. All kinds of different shapes of difficulty, but around the first offset mark, still Brunch leading. Sled made a nice recovery, coming round in second, and down the final run it looks to be between Brunch and Sled. Brunch leading, but Sled getting more pressure down the final run, just easing through Brunch. So a win for Sled. Brunch get through in second, then a close finish, but Gladiator getting 3rd. Quantum coming away with a 4th for their second race, so solid day for them. And Phoenix coming in with speed at the very last second. To standings then, Phoenix and Sled are both locked on 15 points. Quantum Racing on 16, Platoon now on 18.
Yeah, well, it was incredible really, because we were just up and down. We got 2 really good starts, and then we didn't get to the top mark very well in either race, and it was flipping all around the place, the breeze. Yeah, in the end, we got back to 5th in the first race, and then we got back to 1st in the second race on did a really good job on the second beat of the second race, got us into second, and then we got Brunch second the run, so the finish, so we're super happy about that. But it's so close, and a long way to go.
So with 3 potential days of racing left this season, Sled leading on 59 points, second are Quantum 1 point behind on 60 points, third are Phoenix on 62 points, and now in fourth, Platoon on 63 points.
Yeah, it was actually one of the most craziest days we sailed in the TP52, but I think it's normal given the breeze from the shore. It's impossible to predict what's going on. We sailed very well the first part of the first race, being in front, and then we finished 9 because we get a penalty on just at the finish line. Shit happens, and today was our turn. But then we recover in the second race, we were second. So this kind of up and down, I think we go ahead during the whole week.
Well, what an exciting second day of racing here in Palma. Sled coming away top of the table, and Quantum Racing have a solid day, but really such great racing. More of the same over the next 3 days at the Rolex TP52 World Championship and the 52 Super Series.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we have a problem.
Oh boy, what's going on here? Flight, let me get back to you. Flight GNC? Flight, they're all over the place. They keep yawing close to gimbal lock. I keep losing.
Hey, we've got a problem here. What did you do? Nothing.
Sal jy bly vir 'n appel en 'n ei?
Teens Jordaan het sedert sy debuut in 2000 een van die grootste name in die geskiedenis van Afrikaanse musiek geword.
Deur die winters van die lewe loop ek, deur die koue en die reën.
As 'n onbekende sanger het hy in 2000 by die KAK&K aangekom met 'n paar boksies vol series, plakate wat hy self teen die lamppale opgesit het en 'n droom om vir soveel moontlik mense sy musiek te bring.
Wanneer die oseane rus kry, wanneer die storms weer gaan weg, by jou is my weet en my waarheid. Met 'n hongerhart sal ek voor jou staan, as die kaarte val en wys waar ek jou kry. Net voor die storm kom, sal ek groet en sê ek draai nie om. Met my hart maak ek my laaste wens, ek sien jou deur 'n gebreekte lens. You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. It's a beautiful noise, and it's the sound that I love, and it fits me as well as a hand in a glove. Yes it does, yes it does. Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. I'll show you something to make you change your mind.
We are here in the Place de la Concorde in Paris. We are celebrating the 120 years of innovation and of Paris Motor Show, but also the 70th birthday of the brand Land Rover.
The car is an XK150, 1959. It's got a 3.4 litre straight 6 dual overhead cam engine. At the back of the car there's a medallion, a bit like this one, which lists the 5 Le Mans victories. So that was obviously Jaguar's calling card. I bought it in April 1969 from Duncan Hamilton, who won Le Mans 24-hour race in 1953 at the wheel of a C-Type. He's obviously a rather special person in Jaguar history.
It's a Defender, 2000 model year, but it is a bit special because it was sold as new in Tahiti, and the previous owner came back to France with a car and had an accident in France, and I bought it damaged and I repaired it. It's a 300 TDI engine, which is special because in France, in 2000 model year, we had only TD5 engine.
Regarding Range Rover Classic, what is so special is of course is high ride and his high windows, you know, so basically you can drive on a very luxury way like in a sofa, and you have a very panoramic view, you know, with the large windows of this car, and then you have the sound of the V8, so it's quite a special experience. I always recommend.
In order to celebrate 120 years, it was very easy to gather 230 cars that are from 120 years to the very latest models, and to drive around for 1 hour and to have all those cars representing the history of movement, the past and the future, all together here in Paris, one of the most beautiful cities in the world.
Probably when I see it coming. Start paddling in and you just get sucked.
Just that moment of when you get to your feet and you're like, holy crap, I'm on one of the best point breaks in the world. The excitement of it, the nervousness of it is probably the best feeling.
Probably that first kind of high line you get to do. You get so much speed out of it. You take off and you kind of way at the top, and then all of a sudden you just drop down and you have so much speed going into the wave.
It just slows up a bit and you've got so much speed and you can just rip into it.
As soon as you've done that, it goes back into gear and you've got to keep up with it.
And then you can pretty much set it up for the bottom section. It doubles up nicely and just freight train's done.
Offers pretty much every type of maneuver in the book.
And you're just going as fast as you ever go on a surfboard.
There's so many things that go into it that make it such a special wave. So not really any other wave like it.
We just got here, we've checked in and we're back here. So now beer time.
It is my first rally ride, and well, it's going to be a wet one by the look of it.
Like I always meet. Well, I'll feel for you like a child.
This morning was cold, eh?
I must be honest, but I'm sure about tonight will settle. It'll be a bit of foam on it, you see.
Lekker. Die forest was baie lekker geweest.
Okay.
Lekker nat en glyrig.
You like the slippery stuff?
Ek's mal oor enigiets, solank ek dit op die bike is.
Fantasties. Baie lekker.
Worth it.
Ja, elke minuut. Kon nie beter gegaan het nie.
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. Perfect route, very nice, well planned. So nice technical sections, and then just when you get tired, good open stretch. So, Mike, red cherry, well done.
Waar kom my los? Op die mat.
Ja, ek het al gelos.
Marie! Môre?
My side view is Je Vista.
No, I'm tuning so we can race today.
Lunch is here.
This is a collection of just over 100 bikes, cars from 1941.
The riding was fantastic. We had some lekker chommies, Afrikaans chommies here from Motors Klagsdorp. They didn't stop and help us, but it's okay. It's right, we get over these things. but the riding was spectacular. Yeah.
Awesome weekend watching people riding well and not so well. Pure talent, riding in mud. Lovely, just awesome being with the buddies and really good.
My eerste rally ride, ek het my jaar se vloekwoorde in die bos gelos gister. So die goeie ding van die rally ride is ek gaan die res van die jaar glad nie vloek nie. Opgebruik gister in die bos. Dankie.
After the first beer is the start line. After the second beer is the race.
Rod's getting a KTM beer bag. Okay, all right, there you go. Over to you, Donald.
I've been surfing since I was about 5 years old, and pretty much my whole life revolves around the ocean. I've heard about these surfers hundreds of kilometers from the ocean, and I've decided I just have to meet them.
What's up, guys?
Hello, sir.
How's it? Frank, how's it going?
Yeah, we fine.
What's your name?
You can call me Mukete.
Mukete?
Yeah, my real name. On the street, call me Quina.
Quina?
Crocodile.
The crocodile. Nice to meet you, crocodile.
My name is Tabo Muti. La mostrati mo like Tati Paco.
Paco?
Yeah, Paco.
Paco.
Smoky.
Smoky and the crocodile. Okay, let's go surfing.
Sure. There's that. You see, you put your foot there, and then you push with this foot. Use it to tail like this.
I'm gonna go on this one and you're gonna go on that one.
Yeah, let's go. You're right with me. Yeah, you must sit there, and then I show you.
Hey, don't crash now, eh?
Let's do it.
Don't crash.
They go up to 50 kilometers in one day. You know, they wake up at 3 in the morning, surfing the streets and collecting recycling. They're pretty much athletes, me.
Yeah, you know, on the road here, sometimes it's not safe because some of the drivers don't take us as we are important, so they want to be there, only them driving here on the road.
Going down those hills with those guys, you just realize how skillful they are. To jump on this board, going down these really steep hills was actually incredibly difficult. Street surfers collect up to 90% of discarded paper and plastic in South Africa. To make just 300 Rand, they have to collect up to 100 kilograms of recyclables a day.
Wow, so that's the way you live, eh? Yeah, you can say it's a messy place.
Mokete told me that he came to the city to try and find work, and he wasn't able to. And this was his only option, was to collect recycling, try and make some money to send back to his family. It was a pretty humbling experience walking down that dirt road to their house. I mean, it's like nothing you've ever seen before. There's literally just piles and piles and piles of plastic.
This is the color?
This is the cream PT and the
milk, this one?
Brown PT, then I mix them with HD when I put them here. Okay. But when I take them to the scale, I must separate them again. People steal, so that's why we mix. So when it comes to steal, that's not easy. We can start sorting.
Let's do it,
yeah, do it.
Okay.
If you've ever wondered about what happens to all the stuff that you throw away, your plastic bottles and straws, they eventually find their way into the ocean and have a huge impact on our marine life. The guys took me back to where they live, and wow, like, I think very few people know that places like this even exist. The whole camp of thousands of people revolves around recycling our trash, recycling plastic. But it was just so bare and so basic. No electricity, no running water, no toilets. And in 2019, I just find that like absolutely incredible that people that are doing something so good for the environment are living in abject poverty.
And there is my fire there.
Okay, man.
I can just take it. And there's only I can make you tea here. I have tea here.
They were super friendly, so welcoming, and you know, their families came out to say hi.
When I'm coming to work and then I don't have food in my house, I can get it in every house here.
They'll give you food.
Yeah, they give
Everyone
food.
give you food.
Yeah.
That's cool. That doesn't happen where I live.
Yeah. Yeah, we living here peacefully. Yeah. We are loving people, and there is no such wars or whatever. Yeah. We family when we
Family, yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
After spending the day with Thabo and Mokete and kind of seeing their world, I thought I'd invite them to my world, to the ocean, to the beach, something that they've never seen before.
She says he can just wait to go there himself.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Wants so badly to be there.
Our first morning in Cape Town, we went to one of my favorite waves, and as the sun was coming up, we kind of went down onto the beach and they saw the ocean for the first time, and it was so crazy, man.
Oh, amazing. It's a beautiful scene, yeah?
It was incredible to have them in the water, looking out over the ocean, and just to see how excited they were.
Try it. You can try it.
To see something like this for the first time made me so amped, you know. I was like a little grom frothing for these guys to have at least seen this beautiful, beautiful thing that we're trying to protect.
Hey, Frank, what's happening when you go to the toilet, man? Maybe you go boom in the back.
I was the only one out. I kept looking back and waving, and you know, I could almost hear their screams in the distance when I even just stood up on a wave. With no one else around, just us on the beach, it was a very special morning. Through daily life and something you do all the time, you kind of get numb to the fact of how amazing it is. And then you see it through someone's eyes who's never seen it before, and it's really incredible. And I had a lump in my throat when I saw those guys' eyes when they saw the ocean. The plastic problem, the pollution problem can be really overwhelming if you look at it as a whole, but there's a connection as to what they do, picking up recycling, and to this clean beach. They have a positive impact on the ocean. They're helping to save the ocean, to stop marine plastic pollution by doing this recycling every single day. You know, there's billions of us on this planet, and if each one of us just picked up a single piece of plastic every single day, we could be living in a completely different world.
It is not what the contest can do for you that counts, but what it does to others. Lamborghini. It brings out the Italian in us.
Had a few people ask me, can I imagine life without the ocean? And to be honest with you, I cannot.
The ocean is somewhere I can just let it go and be true to myself.
I have that connection with the ocean since I remember. The ocean is my life.
The ocean means pretty much everything to me. It's given me my livelihood and it's my passion as well as my job.
The most troubled thing I've seen with the amount of plastic is probably just how much of it is actually out there.
The water's black instead of blue and rubbish coming out of the river, and it's just horrible to see like a pretty beach and beautiful waves barreling with plastic coming over in the lip.
When I see the plastic every day, it's a problem. We are the worst enemy to the ocean.
How am I going to be able to show somebody what the ocean has given me?
I'm excited to try and spread the word that the ocean needs our help and everyone can help. And it's tiny little things that end up making a big difference when everyone does it.
I want to be in anything to trying to protect the ocean, to trying to live this world in a better way for our children.
There's no other option at this point but to start the change now. I need to try and do everything I can to keep it as clean and as natural as I can. And that way, you know, people in the future and kids in the future will be able to share and experience the same dreams and fun that I have.
back in our studio, and in today's news...
You keep saying that you're leaving. Just leave.
Are you serious? We back on the
From the white tree to the end of the road. From the white tree to the end of the road. From the white tree to the end of the road. From the white tree to the end of the road.
No breeze. Acting like that? No breeze.
That's been in time, right? Yeah. That's been. Oh, buddy. How this one?
I watch the world shrink as you grow tall around it.
Standing in the spotlight,
I feel the earth shake as you compound it.
a magnolia sets the sky. They say I should wish you well. Memories of you are my night.
We know how to climb out of what we know.
And my dreams, you're standing
Over what was built
there.
to keep us in. Watch us land on our feet.
Born a man broken hearted.
We block the sun. There's better light here among us. Illuminated by our grasp on reality. This is the energy movement brings.
Falling, born a man broken hearted.
You have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you win? Did you shoot? What you do? What y'all play?
Basketball.
No, what y'all play though?
Oh, 1-on-1.
Who you beat one-on-one? Yeah, what was the score?
24-0.
Oh, come on, man. You be capping, man.
I'm better than you two.
I knew that too. When I was a kid. You know, your body is your first piece of real estate.
Mm-hmm.
Like you own it. Nothing's more precious than that. When we talk about wealth, we should really start there. Sounds logical?
Yeah.
But we're told otherwise. When we're born, we know this. Nature tells us what we are. You'll get it. You can use it, it'll carry you. Your body is yours.
Mm-hmm.
And that feels good. And then people try to take it from you. You take and you give. You take it to places and you give it to moments in time. But you never take it for granted. Never, ever take it for granted. All right, so your body is your first piece of real estate. That's where we're starting. You love it, you care for it, and you put it to use, and then what? That's for you to define. Your body is a vessel, and it's invaluable. Now, what is wealth to you?
Money.
Who's this guy? Money, bro. And I need mine.
Hold up. Money can only solve money problems. The way the world works is you have to go out and own your space. What's ownership? You think you can own that car right there?
Yeah.
That house?
Yeah.
How you gonna get that? Money?
Yeah.
Nah. It's bigger than that, man. Money is just the space between time and reality. What you really want is time and reality. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Friendship, community, partnership, love. That's real. Son, you find time to spend with those things. They become your currency. They make you stronger. Now, this ain't about being strong. That's not what it's about. When we're vulnerable, when we fail, sometimes our hands are made for more than just fists. Our eyes are sometimes made to cry. Our lungs are made to hold our breath. That's real. You know how to dream with your eyes closed. The mission is to learn how to do it with your eyes open. I see people every day. You wanna know what they're looking at? That tiny screen in their hands. Instead of being involved in this beautiful world that's around us. The way you see the world is your superpower. Figuring it all out, that's up to you. You might miss that shot. You might drop a pass. You might strike out in the bottom of the ninth. She might get tired and leave. To take and give. take your time, take your space, make your reality. And this is how we walk on the moon. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
I do.
Yeah? Yeah?
We're in deep, me and you. This thing of us through and through. We all do things we shouldn't do. I ain't gonna stop loving you.
Flame is lit, cork is dry. God himself can't deny. We all do things we shouldn't do. I ain't gonna stop loving you.
Must admit I've done wrong. Same old shit, different song. We all do things we shouldn't do. I ain't gonna stop loving.
Velvet shoes, same old smile. Self-respect's been gone a while. We all do things we shouldn't do. I ain't gonna stop loving you.
This is a wake-up call. Our oceans are drowning in plastic. 250 kilograms of plastic waste enters the ocean every single second, and most of it is single-use plastic bags, bottles, coffee cups, and straws. As a community, we need to take a stand for the oceans. Corona and Parlay have committed to protecting 100 islands by 2020. Help us protect paradise by making a plastic-free pledge at the Corona Parlay Pavilion or on our website.